Back to that main story, the demonstrations in Ukraine, which have seen the worst violence since the pro-EU protests started 3 months ago. Well, we can speak to Dr. Michael Slobodchikoff, an expert in Russian foreign policy and international relations at Troy University in Alabama. Good to talk to you again. You know better than me, there have been 3 months of protests, 3 weeks of pretty inconclusive talks and stalemate. Suddenly this level of violence. Why, do you think?
That's a good question. I think that there are several different things going on. I think there are certain protesters who are trying to agitate the situation, and there are probably certain government officials also trying to do the same thing. I think that things are quickly coming to a head in the square.
I mean, either way, it seems pretty clear that live fire is being used. Medics treating the protesters, talking about 400 injured, quite apart from the 20 people dead.
Absolutely, absolutely. The tragedy is mounting very quickly there. Things are spiraling out of control.
So what do you make of the president's latest comment, blaming opposition leaders, essentially saying they should distance themselves from the radicals, but saying it's still not too late to end this conflict?
I think part of the problem is that no one's quite clear as to how much control the opposition leaders have over the opposition. And so I think most people in the opposition are doing fine and are happy to be nonviolent, but there is certainly a small proportion that's trying to incite more violence and to incite a crackdown for their own gains.
It seems to be a problem too. The big players clearly have a problem, don't they? Russia pledged money and has actually delivered actual cash. The US is trying to play a role in this, is clearly frustrated with the Europeans, the way they've been behaving, but hasn't produced any cash at all, not even any figures.
No, and I think that's part of the problem is that the U.S. has a very difficult time getting involved as a power player. Right now, the main power players are the EU and Russia has stepped up to the plate so far. The EU has not as much. And so now the Americans are really urging the Europeans to get involved in a much more direct way.
Dr. Slobodchikoff, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.